Hello, everybody. This is Uncle Mike with my Kerbal Career on Kerbal Space Program, the Xbox One Enhanced Edition for Mission 16 here of my career. And one of the things that we need to do from Mission 15 was we need to get some more money. So we've got a bunch of stuff here, science data from space around the Mun. Probably could do that pretty easy because I think some of our landers have still got fuel. So I might take that one. Got another rescue, a specific orbit, geostationary, which is another one that we can get. Equatorial or Minmus. Have to wait. Explore the Mun, return to Kerbin, flyby of the Mun. Probably can do that one also. And build a new station, so we're getting close to that. So let's go ahead and focus on the geostationary contract here. The reason being is because I think we can go ahead and make the Mark 8. So that one was right here. Build an unmanned probe that has an antenna, can generate power. Reach. Please note that this must be a new unmanned probe built for flood dynamics research lab after the contract is accepted. Okay. Orbital specs. So there is geostationary. Have a thermometer and a mystery goo. So thermometer, mystery goo. Right. So what we're going to do here, though, is that we're going to use this to build our Comrade Mark 8. We're going to start actually brand new here. Got two. Yeah, this is there. Go ahead and grab it. Take a hit it like I do. Save it. The reason why I'm having to do this here because sometimes the view locks up. So typically what I've learned is that you have to go in and out of the VAB to get the controller here on the Xbox One to unlock. So there we go. Now we rotate again. All right, so it's very, very simple design here, what we want to do. So we're going to take that. Now we have some electricity for this. Put two battery packs on. Top. Try to do different here. What we're going to do is we're going to take these fuel tanks, full two tanks like that, but in. So then we are going to our little ants. Go. You're gonna see why I'm doing that here in just a moment. Now for electrical, take our new solar panels, rotate those. There's our new solar panel. So we got fuel, engine, control, battery, charge. Let's see what else we do. Applications. Now what we're going to do is just one of these nice relay antenna. We know we got really strong. Go. There's our antenna. Now for our contract, we need to generate power. You can do that. Have a thermometer and a mystery. Take the science. Have a thermometer. So what we do is we can go into text here. Put thermometer. I'm gonna that in, I think. There. That. So there's our much simpler now probe design. Now we just need to get this rocket. Got the little coupler. Go get that. So the TD06. So let's go ahead and rename this. This will now be the Comrade Mark 8. All right, let's go back out to the Space Center here. Go into our research tree. The reason why I do this is because it glitched on me. I went broke early in the game. So go into the research center. Should have here. Also have this is probably what I need for that and that. What else we have? Get that's for small. That's the glitch you can see. Other than that, I really don't think we have anything that I want. So now we can go ahead and I do have something else I want to do is just for future is let's put a docking bay right there just in case. So we and maybe in the future then we can grab it, do some other things. So there we go. There's our little probe. Now that we have the it's a stack. I gotcha. That's what it was. Okay, we can still use this. That there. A lot of push here, of course. That or do this. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Now we'll need our aerodynamics. Bearing run. Get it into Comrade colors. shell. I like the clamshell. And we need about 400. There we go. So 400, of course. Go ahead and save that. All right. So that is looking good. Now we should have save. Have to a lot of time. We could off. Way too much delta V though, so we don't need all of that. That should be what we need to get this thing hit and put our go. All right, so we switch the staging. I want the main engine to fire, lift off, separation here, bearing can be here. This I don't need that. That one. Oh, main engine, lift off, stage, engine, bearing. There is our basic Comrade 8 with everything that we want. Let's go save it, write it. Looking good now. We got battery power, we got thermometer, we got the goo, contract, mystery goo. Yep. All right, everything looking good here. So let's save that again. Launch. So we've done this before. So I will probably, for this contract, just fast forward here in the video right after launch, because you've seen this in a previous mission, putting multiple satellites into geostationary orbit. So, all right, staging is set and go. Throttle is set and go. SAS is active and go. Flight, we are go. T5, 4, main engine start. 2, 1, and lift. Oh, thing barely has enough power to get. This is going to be real interesting here. This is a different setup. I thought the core here was the same as the Mark 6. And the Mark 7 had cluster on it, the booster cluster, but clearly that is not so. Should have been more observant. But I think we've got plenty of Delta V to still do the flight. Just not going to do as aggressive as a pitch profile here, so we shall see. This might be a lost vehicle here. Vehicle is starting to accelerate now at a pretty good clip. Don't know if we're gonna get enough altitude though for the next engine to really do anything, so I'm just gonna, this last part of the burn, just keep accelerating. Passing through 15 kilometers. Staging. Everything is looking good. 30 kilometers, 620 meters per second. Definitely gonna have to redesign the Mark 8. "45 kilometers in altitude. Everything is looking good." All right, just getting the orbit out here. Looking good. All right, warping to next maneuver. this into stationary, burn seconds. All right, contract is complete. Science. Satellite. Got another one here to do. Let's go ahead and get to the mun here. All right, so we're back here in the tracking station. What we're going to do is also to go to one of the landers. Perhaps this one might have more fuel. Let's fly this one because we have the contract to transmit science from space around the moon. So I'm going to try to hop this thing up. Even if we lose the vehicle, that would be okay. So let's go ahead and wait this. Yeah, so this does have fuel. Have any power? Yes, it has some electrical power. What we're going to do is we're going to launch this. Let's say S on. Throttle is set. Go. Have any way there we go. That is now contract done. What we're going to do is we're going to bring this up so it gets destroyed. This will be lander that we will eventually lose, but it's okay. Might even have enough to probably could have put it in orbit, huh? See if we can put it in orbit. See if we can have enough to put this this in orbit. That way we have a lander in orbit, and might be it has enough science that we could send some stuff back. Who knows? Few more. Burn. Yeah, we were able to get that a little higher. Yeah, so now we have that. So let's go ahead and rename this now. This is actually going to name. Call this orbit. All right, good. Got that contract done. Back to the station. So just doing some contracts here, just trying to get funds. Pretty low on funds now. We're over 300,000. Good again. Funds. Station. Polar orbit. Got a rescue, but it's some tested decoupler. I don't like doing those observations. Minmus. Not doing aero stuff. That got several rescue missions that we can actually do here around Kerbin. That ought to be something that we look at here for the future. So just a quick mission 16 here to get some money. We need funds. We have a bunch of rescue missions. Test the decoupler. Well, so let's grab that one. That. We also need to upgrade the Mark 8. It was staging was very underpowered. So let's open up Mark 6. That is the Mark 6. So let's now here to subassemblies. This. We shall call this Comrade Mark 6 booster. Open. Don't save. Bring out the Mark 8. Really is kind of an upgrade of just the Mark 6. Probably is, really. So let's take that off. Put on the Mark open up Mark 6. That's what we want right there. This will be actually, now we need to name this actually now the Mark 6-2. That's there we go. Much better. So there is our new geostationary satellite. This is what we wanted for that last flight. All right, so save it. Good. So, because the Mark, open up this. Mark 8 is not really the Mark 8, so I'm going to delete the Mark 8. Here are our vehicles. So we were going to test the BD12 coupler. New. Get our way to control it. This. Test the coupling. 12. Was that what we needed to test? Excuse me. All right, so we got section 0. Should be all we need. We just need to do it through staging. That should get us the contract and the money for that. Again, we are just trying to get funds here. Off. Go. There's the test. Contract is complete. Go. Cover everything. Few more dollars. Went from 70-something thousand here doing these contracts all the way up now to over 300,000. I think one of the things that we're going to also do here is we're upgrade some. Going to cost more money, but I think it's actually going to save us some money here in the long run. So clearly, I think the Mark 6-2 be our new satellite vehicle. And so what I want to do is this core booster. I really want to see if we can start getting it to be usable. So we can put, or at least recoverable. Put that, we're going to set it to real high and a low pressure so it comes out. Now we're going to set about 20, set about mid pressure. About 0.2, so it comes out. Put on main chutes and set it for a little bit less, 100, then it requires just a little bit more pressure. Now we just need to put it into staging. So once this core goes, that's when we want these chutes to be activated. That is what we want. Good, everything's good. Low stack separator, so we're good there. So there is now the new Mark II. Now what we want to do is, remember we had on the Mark 7 a good vehicle, but all of these engines down here need to lock the gimbal. Don't need all of that controlling. We've already got here, this is actually another Mark II because it's got the upgraded antenna. So this actually needs to be renamed. This is actually now, we'll call this the, got the bigger antenna, call that the 1, but save that. Now we also need to upgrade its solar panels. Take off those solar panels. Take off those solar panels. Now let's put on, I don't really think that we need now 4. That will now be, now that we've got the upgraded solar panels and the upgraded antenna, this is actually now the Mark II. Still have the same core, it's all right. I'm not really worried about Probodyne. We got a new Probodyne. Let's look good. Now what we want to do is also make it more expensive, but some of these components I want to be cool. Go ahead also. Some of these. They just did on the Mark VI, which is pressure there, then three and 500. Yep, okay, that's good. So now we just need to make sure that those are in the right stage. So they are right here. Those go. Now this main core, now just trying to make these more reusable. That way we can serve more funds. Getting more into the real career and save some money, or cost effective. So it's a more, you also need to get to this right up on this staging. All right, so now we have a much more reusable, with more reusable components to save some money. So now we've got to, you put this into orbit because this does not have a materials bay. For that contract, we are going to have to add something here to be able to get this into it. We need payload and materials bay, so this has got to go. Oh, we probably could fit it right there to do this. So I'm not going to save this vehicle with that like that, but this should work out. We can do now a flight and test it. So now we should have Go ahead and put this on the launch pad and see what we've got. Check our contract, see what we've got. Our vehicle looks good. Do a flight here of this new Comrade vehicle. Get our contract, materials bay, stationary 0. Everything looks good. We just got to get it in position. So let's go ahead and fly this. So staging looks good. Throttle is set and go. SAS is active and go. Flight, we are go. T minus 5, 4. Main engine start. 2, 1, and lift off. Really good here with this flight. Pitch program. Yeah, it's much better since I locked the gimbals of those other swivels and the boosters. This flies much better. That's the max Q. Flight looks good. Booster cutoff and separation. Alright, booster cutoff and separation. If we get those boosters to survive. .6 kilometers in altitude, everything looking good here on this flight. Got the main swivel there, so continue the pitch pro. Remember, we're going to geostationary orbit, so is looking good here in the proper pitch profile that I want. Remember, we're also doing a test to see if our boosters will survive touchdown, splashdown, re-entry. This core booster here it's going to re-enter all by itself, so we'll see what happens. Positioned over Bill's alcove for this flight. Next, ullage burn. Go ahead and get the fairing off. Got here. There is Bill's alcove. Alright, so we're going to start a pitch profile here. Get tangential because we can probably going to circularize with this, so we have better control. We need, this is Bill's alcove right here. So we need to get our satellite to there. If we circularize first, we have better control of positioning. Looking good here. And get solar panels open. Go. Oh, gotta love those tracking. Gotta love those tracking solar panels. Let's go to 300. Good. Go ahead and circularize. Let's see what we've got right here. Might do this multiple steps. What we might do is we might do a step orbit change. As that rotates. Set. We can, that's a good guess, shall say. Go ahead and do our burn here. Let's go to the next. Yes, off, let it just drift over here to our, a little late in the burn, but that's okay. Throttle, give a little better control on our maneuver node. Full throttle. Might have to stage in the middle of this, we shall see. We need to position our apoapsis directly above Bill's place there. Get this burn done. I shall take that. We are also going to go ahead and stage. Activate the next thing. There we go. Now we are out to apoapsis, and then we'll circularize and see how we did here about getting over Bill's alcove. So we might have to do some adjustments with the orbit. So, all right, so let's go ahead and warp on up. I really don't need a maneuver node up here. Warp on up here. Close to the app. Let's check the vehicle. Solar panels are out and are tracking. Everything is looking good here. Let's go ahead and add a maneuver. Go ahead and this. All right, so you can see what has happened here. We need to, how do we want to do this? See what's happened. We have, he needs to go around. So he is probably what, about 4 hours rotation. I'm going to say that we need to go one orbit around, because I need Bill's alcove to rotate around. Go ahead and get rid of this maneuver. We are going to go around an orbit here. So cool though. Right. Looks like we need to go once more around. What I'm doing is I need to let Bill's alcove here. Let's go ahead and get rid of all these. I need, I'm getting Bill's alcove to be right up here. So I just doing orbits. Yeah, so we need to change our periapsis. Do a little bit of a, I'm so far out here, I'm not really worried about it being real precise or anything, so. All right, so that. Now let's do some more orbits. How we're looking down, up. Looking better. It's catching up, so do is we'll come out here. We can fix the orbit. I'm not real worried about that, so. Another burn here. Go to million here. Stop. All right, let's try that. So just playing around here. It's kind of trial and error. Might work out better. Come in. Might be the one where we set it Yep, there we go. All right, so now we're pretty much directly over Bill's alcove. So now we're just going to wait. We're going to set this up. Then we're just going to need to circularize our orbit to get our contract here. Warp a little bit here. Pin our orbit information. Let's burn. And pitch down just a little bit here. Just bring that apoapsis down. Steady. Six, 3. Go. Might have to go to periapsis, see if it, nope, it gave us the contract. There we are. So there is that successfully done. So more bucks for us here. We've got a lot of vehicles in orbit. Eventually some trash is going to be maybe some concern here. Let's go ahead and go to the tracking station. Let's clean up at least some of the debris. We'll keep some of this. All right, let's go ahead and debris here. Terminate. These are some things that are out here. These were for contracts. This is out here. This for a contract. So we're going to rename these contract sats. So we just know that that's what they were. We might be able to use them so in the future for other contracts. So let's leave them out there for now. They've got the new upgraded solar panel. So still got just a little fuel left in its booster still. Pretty cool. Let's find a way to see it better. Oh. All right, so this, edit the name. This is just going to be contract Keostat. Contract Keostat 1, we'll call that. Now let's rename the other one contract Keostat 2. Apply the one we just put up for that contract in. Just for contract vehicles, not something that we've actually done specifically to put in. It's got plenty of fuel to do things. It's right over Bill here, so that's good. Open now. And actually, gotta be. There we go. This vehicle. So this is now the contract stat. Very good. now we have done quite a few contracts here. We now have an excellent source of funds. Got a great relay. Now we can really start to think about here in mission 17 of actually going to Minmus, putting a lander on Minmus, because I think we've got the antenna and that to be able to get ourselves to Minmus for mission 17. That will probably be, so let's see what we've completed all our contracts. Everything's good. We got a bunch of test ones. Equatorial orbit around Minmus, so this is excellent. So a probe, have a thermometer, designated orbit, new unmanned probe. This is definitely what we want. Got some rescue missions that we can also do. This one right here, to perform this test. So that is a twin bore landed. Ooh, that's a lot of money though. That is excellent to see. So rescue, and then here we have Minmus. Anything else? Test some things. Science data from the surface of the transmit, or from the surface of the moon. So let's go ahead and grab that one. We can do that one even before we leave right now. Let's go to the tracking station. Go to one of our landers here. So lander 1. See if we've got any science left on this that we are able to transmit back. If not, we can try lander 3. Yes. Go. So we were able to do that contract. Excellent. So even more funds here. So we have just been doing some contracts. So nothing really that exceptional here. Just taking care of business as usual to get our funds up. We are now flush with cash at 506,000. We do have some contracts that we need to do. Mainly, oh, we only have one now, so it is now just putting a vehicle onto Minmus. So it's first in orbit, but then we could actually use it to go to the surface. So we could probably think about, if we just review the plan of what we would probably want to do, is use the Comrade Mark 7-2. Go ahead and open that up. Mark 7-2 is right here, which is a lander, solar panels. It's got a lot of stuff, so we can do that contract. So I think this will probably have enough delta V to get there. We got to do an inclination change. We could probably do a launch window, so we could do the launch. We could do the inclination at launch. That way, save some fuel. So we can do a launch window, or we'll see how we want to do. So, don't know if we've got, if everything else was recoverable. Let's go out. Choose. Nope. Back. Let's return to the Space Center. So, looks like Minmus is in our future for mission 17. Seems like what needs to happen. So it doesn't look like the boosters and stuff survive. That didn't sit there. Maybe they despawn. That might be something I need to look at in the future. See any debris or anything listed here, so we can't recover anything. Okay. let's go back out. So here we are. We are done here with mission 16 of just doing some contracts. Everything is looking really good now to go to Minmus. I think we're going to be able to use Comrade Mark 7-2 as built and get us there. So, but it's a Comrade vehicle. It is unmanned, so we can take that risk. It will also be a test then of our relay network. So really start to get a good universe here or a system here in my Kerbal Kareer on the Xbox One Enhanced Edition. And you know the plan. Thumbs up because you're amazing. Subscribe, chime that bell to get notified. I am Uncle Mike.